So now I got to set up camp. But first, I need energy. That means coffee and food. Got my pot of water and my grinder and fire starter. And then I'm gonna fry some bacon. So here goes. I don't spend a lot of time in the woods. I'm usually out in the sagebrush. And I wasn't sure what to look for tinder. So I'm gonna use extra char cloth right now, and I'm just gonna stuff it in kind of a mixture of fir needles and pine needles and some tamarack. I hope this works, 'cause I want coffee. There we go. Well, let's give that a try. It's not very dry. Darn. Come on. Well, that sucks. I mean, I know I'm doing something wrong. I'm just saying, Smokey the Bear was BSing us kids. Now I gotta find some real tinder. Alright, I'm back at it with needles, but I found some that are just really thin, like bone dry. We had a lot of rain come through here this last week, which has been nice because it makes it quieter for walking around and it makes it safe for fire, so that's good. I'm glad it rained. Really glad. But that's why I think those pine needles were damp, even though they look like they're really dry. They're a little bit damp. So here goes. I think it'll work this time. There we go. All right. Well, how about that? You can go back to my video and you'll see where I started a fire with wet tinder. But that was sagebrush bark. And sagebrush bark is just fantastic. So I'm going to go over here in the swamp and see if I can find something with bark that I can turn to tinder. Here we go. So there's a bunch of these trees here. And this one looks like it might have some bark holding together, but it's just crumbling. So I can't really turn that into tinder. So I'll keep looking. So here's some dried out moss. Let me grab a whole bunch of that. See if that does it. Also, something else. This tree is all torn apart. Usually that means a bear has come through, munching on the bugs that are living in it. So I'm also hunting for bear right now and cougar. Bear, deer, and cougar. And then in a week, elk opens up. So that's a good sign. Maybe I'll get one. Just about stepped on this little guy. Whoa. Alright, I'm gonna leave him alone. there's water right in there, but the problem with that is it's so mucky with the mud you can't get up to it to drink. So I'm gonna lay a couple of logs across and scoop it out with a bucket for my horses and just make the most of it here. Alright, take 3 with my newfound possible tinder. This stuff is doggone fine. Feels like sheep wool is what it feels like. So that ought to do the trick. We'll see. Maybe I've stumbled onto something. And I got plenty of stuff there. This is why most guys carry a bit of jute with them. I know somebody's gonna say that. Put some jute in your kit. Well, I was so happy about being so familiar with the tinder that I usually have about me that I thought, well, you know what, I'm not gonna carry it. I'm just gonna get tinder every time. And so, which again, that's good. Now it's putting me to the test, so I gotta learn this area. If I had jute, I want coffee and food so bad, I would have just used that. So instead, I'm having to experiment. And say that now while I'm optimistic. Let's see how I feel about it if this doesn't work. So, let's see. My battery is about to die. Hope it doesn't die while I'm doing this. Alright, that is so thick. I'm going to put this around in case it lights. There it goes. Yep. Alright. I found my woods dwelling tinder. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Next question is, how do I boil my coffee? Well, let's see. What are my options? Don't see any rocks to put it on. Here's how I'm going to do it to begin with. Oh wait. Last time I used my coffee grinder, it was to try to grind roots. I got one stuck in there. I forgot about that. So let's see if it grinds. Woohoo! Grinding, grinding, grinding. Keep that coffee grinding. Uh-oh. It's grinding pretty coarse. I don't care. I want coffee and food. Sure enough, I found some rocks. So that's good. Now, I gotta work my fire underneath my pot and then get some bacon started. So another rock, so I can put my frying pan here. Tomorrow morning, I'll go up before daylight and find a spot and watch for that buck to come back. And then I'll shoot him. I need to shoot him within an hour of daylight so I can get back here where my place will smell like bacon and good stuff, and I'll find a bear going through my camp, and then I'll take him down, and then I'll go home and wait for elk season. We'll see. taking me so dang long to get my coffee going. Now I'm gonna be up till 11 o'clock. I usually fall asleep like 9:30, especially if I'm out camping. Even though I pretty much live like I'm camping, it still makes a difference. Alright, looks like I managed to burn that first one a little more than I like. Probably perfect for some people. I'm a chewy bacon guy. That's about as contentious as saying who you're going to vote for, I know. But I don't care. I'm a chewy bacon guy. That is a big cup of coffee. Oh yeah. Bacon and coffee reinvigorates the soul.